Oh gosh! Hell yeah, this game got style. What's that? Ah! Too big! Too much!
Oh.
No! No thank you! Too big! Big lady!
Big. Hello.
Oh, she is so over it.
Here we go.
Wow! Wow! The style! Just shove
Hey, they
this all
grouped them all
together.
together now. There you go.
She has to! We all ran away from her!
Yeah, everybody, scooch over. I need to be over here.
Alright!
Hello.
This is so different. Hey, what's up?
What? What's going on?
Am I hallucinating?
I know anything goes here, but this is clearly not fucking okay.
This is weird.
I see. So that's your reaction to seeing an extra-large high school girl. But are they really that big? Don't you think they're pretty small? She's huge! She's way too huge! But the final boss in a certain action game is much bigger. You know, that game, Kniferella.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Of course. Yeah.
Lol.
Said it anyway.
I see. An estimated bust size of 15 meters, huh? My boobs are hopelessly huge.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Hey, want me to squish you in
No,
between
no,
them?
no,
They
no,
look so
no,
good, you
no,
know.
that's fine.
I get fucking crushed.
Even he's not into that.
Wandering fan service game full of pretty girls. There'd be a CG close-up of my cleavage. But, too bad. This isn't a fan service game. Of course, since it's not an action game either. You won't even get to experience the refreshing sensation of battling an enormous final boss. So fucking hopeless!
Oh, Junko.
Oh boy.
This is Monokuma's true identity?
We have to deal with this thing?
You're dead.
I'm shocked you'd call me this thing. Oh, you're so mean. Is it just me, or did her personality change? I get easily bored of my personality. Like, I already got bored of my personality who gets easily bored. And that's when Fuyuhiko would say, "It's too damn soon to say you got bored, right?"
Wait, what?
I have plenty of data on you guys, so it's so easy for me to know what you're all thinking. You are not bored at all.
I want to. I'm so. I want to keep Sonya far away from this nasty lady.
Please stay over here.
I'm bored. Jeez, even when I'm dead, I still get bored. This sucks.
Even when you're dead, does that mean this person's true identity? Yep.
I see. Are you Junko Enoshima? Did you say Junko Enoshima? Isn't she dead?
How did she get uploaded?
It's true. I did end up dying the last time. I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean to go so fast. I couldn't help it, you know? It was my first time.
Okay.
Jeez, stupid. You're the one who made me go. And why is someone who died here right now?
How'd you do that? That's a funny trick.
Do you guys know about an artificial intelligence called alter ego?
Oh no. I do.
Exuberance! We are now an AI! We have transcended humanity!
What AI? Stop saying all this crazy bullshit.
You see, my personality is like this because I'm the type who dies easily, right? That's why I made my own AI program while I was still alive. And then someone uploaded me into this Neo-World program. And that's how Alter Ego Junko hopelessly appeared in front of you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's insane. This insane bitch is Junko Enoshima.
That sounds about right.
This bitch is crazy. She's responsible for everything. The destruction of Hope's Peak Academy, destruction of the world. One who took over the Neo World program and forced us to kill each other. It was all this bitch is doing? This bitch! I love Hajime.
You tell him, Hajime.
Come on, get her ass! Even so, what am I supposed to do? Even if we know she's Junko Enoshima.
Don't get cautious and think stuff like, what can we do? I mean, we're all ultimate despair here. Each and every one of our classmates looked at us like we're a bunch of loogies on the side of the road. So, let's all be friends. Hell no! Man, they hate me. And I was thinking of you guys when I tampered with the graduation program. But they still hate me.
Ooh.
Tampered with the graduation program? Remember what that fake Makoto said earlier? About what happens to you when you graduate, right? I feel like you guys weren't getting a big enough reward for graduating. So, I decided to modify what happens so it's something exciting and unique. Just like a game.
She's so... Her personality is so chill compared to...
Uh-huh.
And it scared me.
Oh. Look. Huh. Look!
Uploading your game memories into your real bodies is fine, but letting your friends stay dead just sucks. That's why I decided to resurrect them.
Turn to life, those who died.
This is the new graduation program I'm offering.
Resurrect? Hey, are you serious? Can you really do that?
It was like real hard, you know?
I want that away!
The graduation program is the core part of this game, so it was protected with a lot of encrypted codes. It took me a long time. I felt so much despair about how useless I am. Well, one advantage
Can
of
you
being
not do that
AI
one again?
is that I got smarter with computers. Before that, every time a computer froze, I used to put it in a microwave and nuke it.
Show of hands, class. How long do you think it took for me to modify it?
Who cares about that? Are you serious when you say that everyone who died will come back to life?
Did you forget? You gotta answer questions to progress the story. That's the rule of this game, right? By the way, I'll give you a clue. You guys were always watching time slip away at a certain place.
So you're not gonna tell us until we answer that?
Completely at her mercy. We can't progress unless we answer. No choice but to answer. How long it took for Junko Enoshima to modify the graduation program? She said we were watching how long it took. A certain place we were watching that was.
Uh-huh.
It was the Bomba!
It wasn't a bomb at all.
Jabberwock Park. That's the only place we can think of. That's the only place we consistently watch that has anything to do with time.
Then that countdown represented the time that was needed to modify the program.
How brilliantly wrong! You're totally wrong about that tricky timer.
Wrong? And what was it?
How should I put this? I was just goofing around.
Huh?
I mean, isn't stuff you don't understand exciting even though you don't?
No! No!
It's kind of like superhero cosplayers or someone else's designs of alien life and stuff, right? It was just for show.
You put a mystery box?
In the end, it was meaningless. Does that fill you with despair? Like getting booted from a game server?
Dang.
You know those murder mysteries where the culprit is really the detective who's investigating the murder? Well, I'm so over-predictable crap like that. Just what did you expect at this stage of the game?
Dang it, J.J. Abrams.
Not again.
Not again!
She's seriously messed up.
Well, in a way, the countdown implied I was on a mission. Did you ever make up your own silly rules, like don't step off the white line when you cross the road? I was testing myself to see if I could get you guys into the graduation program before the timer reached 0.
Enough. Please stop.
Don't be so disappointed. It's totally true. I had a hard time manipulating the program. While you guys were at the beach making wrinkly dog faces, I was working so hard on my own, you know?
Hey, enough of this pointless crap. Are you seriously going to resurrect everyone who died?
My friends!
Like I said, it's easy. It's just a game after all.
Just a game?
Yeah. Each and everything that happened in this world was just an event within the game. There's no way anything that occurred in the game could affect the real world.
What you're saying now is completely different from what you said before. You said whether or not it's a lie, the moment you feel something is real, it becomes real.
The game where you throw my words back at me is over, so you don't really have to worry about it.
Fine. I won't worry about it. Hey! Who fucking cares about logic? As long as everyone who died comes back to life, that's good enough.
But if we do not understand the principles behind it, then we do not even know if it is really possible.
Anything goes in this world. You've seen that happen so many times already, right?
Well, if a high school girl can get huge, then it's not crazy if the dead can come back to life, right?
If she's saying that's how she tampered with a computer program, how are we supposed to respond to that?
That's right. That's why you should finish this game and go back to living a normal life in the real world.
If we go back, what do you get out of it? What benefit do you get by making us return to the real world? As long as we don't know what it is.
Man, so annoying. You're so petty. It's not like you're a housewife living on a tight budget. All I want is to put on this graduation performance in a more dramatic way. Well, if you doubt me, you don't have to go back. Is that what you want? Not to go back?
If I can have Gundam back, then yeah.
Hold on a sec. We're obviously going to get out of here. If it'll bring our dead friends back, it's all we can do.
Of course! We've been working toward that goal for, like, forever!
Because we had that goal, we were able to endure those killings.
Plus everyone can go back together. So there's no reason to hesitate.
You are right. There is no way we can choose to stay here after all we've been through. Just as expected from the winners of this killing school trip, your will to live is truly ultimate. Wonderful. That's just more reason for you to execute your role as devices.
Devices?
Okay, now let's stop stalling for time with exposition and hurry up and do it. Now then, why don't you guys just go ahead and answer with the touch panel that's in front of you?
No.
I'm gonna do it. I'm seriously gonna do it. If you don't hurry up, I'm seriously really gonna do it. You don't have to say, who are you talking to? It doesn't concern a chump like you, Hajime.
Chump?
Bully,
Don't
stop
worry
bullying.
about it. Everything's gonna be over once we press this.
Time out.
So, we just have to press graduate.
If he gives me another chance, I want to get the wrong answer again. But
If we do that, we can go home, right?
I can go back. With this, I can finally go back. He's right. With this, we can finally go back. This will be the end. And our friends who died will be saved. There's no way beyond that's way beyond what we expected. Then it's safe to say that this is the good ending, right? Oh my gosh! I don't know!
Well, what are you gonna do?
I think I need to repeat or don't press anything.
What are you gonna do?
I want to know what happens if I press graduate.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
I got it!
Ah!
No, that's wrong!
Junko's trap!
Ah!
No, that's wrong.
What the heck? That guy from earlier is back again.
It's not again. This time, it's the real one.
Real? I'm Makoto Naegi. Makoto Naegi of the Future Foundation.
This guy's the real Makoto? This is the guy I spoke to. Tell me the numbers.
I'm sorry I'm late. I actually wanted to come rescue you sooner, but
I know it's him because my good music's playing.
Uh-huh.
thanks to the virus infecting the Neo World program, I wasn't able to enter.
Just when the chumps are in a pinch, he's suddenly able to enter for reasons unknown. And thus the main character gallantly appears. So cool! I'm drooling!
Shut up!
Did you also time my arrival?
Ew.
No, it doesn't matter. I'm going to save everyone. And then I'm going to settle this between us once and for all.
Shut up!
Were you able to get here, Makoto? Since I used my tricks to hack into the program, you must have hacked in with his tricks too, right? That's also how you kept your memories, right? Even though you haven't aged a day, just like these guys.
If I hadn't, then I wouldn't have been able to save everyone.
Don't you understand? It doesn't matter how you got here. As long as you're here, you'll be treated like one of my students. Which means you must respect my authority.
I already know the risks of being here.
Oh, you always had such reckless hope. I love you so much that you disgust me.
Hey, just what do you mean by trap? What is Junko's trap? It doesn't matter. We can finally end this, you know? If we get out of here, it'll all resolve itself peacefully.
No!
After all this, I can't let you get in the way.
It'll be fine,
The fact that
you
you guys
guys.
are even thinking like that is Junko's trap. Huh? She's lying to you about your dead friends coming back to life.
Hey, little old me. Who do we trust?
If you knew Junko's true goal, you'd know she's lying.
You know her goal?
Yeah. Junko's goal is to convert the Hope Restoration Program to the Despair Restoration Program.
The Despair Restoration Program?
As part of the graduation program, your avatar's memory and consciousness is uploaded into your real body. However, none of us expected that any of the avatars would get deleted. Junko has taken advantage of that opportunity. She intends to use her version of Alter Ego, the AI she stole my friend's skill to create, and upload herself into the bodies of everyone whose avatar was deleted.
Yikes!
Uh-huh.
Then everyone who died isn't gonna come back to life.
They're gonna be taken over by Junko?
What the fuck? Like the real world, once an avatar is deleted from this virtual world, it can't be recovered. It's actually impossible to revive them.
That doesn't mean I was lying, you know? I just didn't make some things clear. And even if they're overwritten by my alter ego, it doesn't mean they'll be a completely different person. The data of everyone who died is stored within me, so I'm sure I can convincingly act out their personalities.
Don't mess with me.
In fact, I have a lot of data on Fuyuhiko, so I know some things that'll make you happy. I can play a version of Peko that's more to your liking than she ever was.
I said, don't fucking mess with me!
I like Fuyuhiko.
Uh-huh. He's real good.
I'm sorry it took me this long to really love Fuyuhiko, but I really like Fuyuhiko now.
Operation Junkify All Mankind begins here.
Junkify. Oh no! The Funko Pops!
No! No!
Junko Pops!
After I upload my alter ego into everyone who died, I'm gonna take over the Future Foundation's headquarters.
Look at that.
Yikes!
Eventually, there's gonna be a whole lot of me's all over the world. With this, my despair utopia, where you can despair as you please, Junko Land, will be complete. That's Operation Junkify All Mankind in a nutshell. Oh yeah! Our dreams are expanding and...
Okay.
That messed up plan is your goal?
Gosh.
Then why didn't you just kill all of us?
This bitch crazy!
Dick, you could have taken over all of our bodies. Wouldn't that have been more convenient for you?
Is that what you want me to do? Is it still too late to do that?
No. There's a reason Junko couldn't do that. That's why she made you guys kill each other.
The reason she wasn't able to do that is because there was something she didn't do. The reason is...
I see.
Rules.
It's because of the school trip's rules.
Even a monster like her has to follow the rules of the school trip?
Junko usurped Usami's authority as an observer, and her role as your teacher. However, according to the rules of the school trip, even Usami had to follow them. That's why when Junko took over her position, she had no choice but to follow the rules as well.
Exception.
So, the rules were protecting us? Man, I was so annoyed.
I had the authority to add rules, but no authority to delete rules.
Oh well, even if I could have deleted rules, I was still busy with my whole taking over your bodies plan.
So you made us kill each other, because you couldn't kill us yourself.
Is that how you were able to increase the number of bodies you can take over?
Like I said, I personally didn't care about the outcome of the killings.
How dare you look down on us? Don't fuck with me. What about our lives?
Chump change.
I really like this version.
Uh-huh.
I won't forgive you. I will never, ever fucking forgive you! So that's your trap. You try to make us choose graduate, so you can take over everyone's body with the graduation program.
How can you be so cruel?
Because Junko Enoshima is the true ultimate despair. She doesn't yearn for any kind of future at all. She fills every person she meets with despair.
That's my Makoto. You understand me so well.
Yuck.
For me,
Yes.
despair
Away
is
thought.
not a goal or a set of principles or a lifestyle or even an instinct. It's what defines me as Junko Enoshima. It's just my characterization. That's why I'm able to pursue despair with such purity.
So you're saying you only exist to fill people with despair?
For example, want to hear about a beautiful memory that even I, who gets bored easily, still remember fondly? Picture thousands of fools who are madly in love with me, dying one by one like insects doused with bug spray. And the best part is, they did it to themselves, you know?
Thousands of humans falling like dominoes. Oh, that memory is so beautiful.
Can
It
you
made my brain melt.
shut up?
Yeah.
Can you not do that, please?
Does that story have a happy ending?
No. She's talking about.
I see.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the reserve course's mass suicide?
Gosh.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot you're a survivor of the reserve course. By the way, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Mass suicide? What's she talking about?
You didn't read the manga.
An incident
Didn't.
where 2,357 people from the reserve course all killed themselves. Junko probably made them do it. 2,357 people? That's an outrageous number.
You don't have to be that surprised. You all look like your parents, friends, and lovers all died at once. That was so rude of me. There's no way you guys even have meaningful relationships like that anymore. I mean, you're all ultimate despair. You guys have already eaten your fill of despair.
I do not really know what you are trying to say.
Junko robs the futures of everyone she interacts with. You ultimate despairs are among her many victims.
Sad.
Uh-huh.
If someone like me is born,
Shut!
that means the world is yearning for despair.
I hate
Why
that.
that face?
Why?
Wrong. The world isn't yearning for despair. That's the reason we can't let you escape.
But if you do that, you guys won't be able to return to the real world, right?
Huh? If we choose graduate to get out of here, the graduation program will activate, right?
If that happens, Junko's alter ego will be uploaded into the bodies of the dead.
Does that mean we gotta stay here to keep her from getting out?
Well, what the heck? Why does it have to be like that?
Let's repeat.
It's such a cruel fate for you guys. But it's awfully convenient for the Future Foundation. They'll be able to keep all the ultimate despairs, including me, trapped in this game forever.
Wrong! That's That's not it!
But Ultimate Despair is hated worldwide, and their lives are no doubt targeted by the Future Foundation. Oh well, if you don't want to acknowledge that, I guess it just can't be helped. Can't be helped. LOL.
This is nothing to LOL about.
No!
But it's so ironic. You came all the way here just to find out that graduating is the wrong choice. Even though you came all this way to win the game, even though you kept sacrificing your friends to win. The goal you guys squirmed to reach was wrong all along. Isn't that just so fucking tragic?
Stop it!
My boy. It was all a mistake? Was this really just a mistake? Was it a mistake to think we'd go home alive all along? What about the killings in the class trials? Was that just meaningless killing game where the Ultimate Despairs killed each other off? This is just too...
Don't give up yet!
No!
No, that's
There
wrong.
is a way you guys can get out of here without letting Junko out.
No, there's no way such a convenient... There is. Really? Well, that's the first I've heard of it.
First she's heard of it. It's a way that even Junko doesn't know, right? A way to get out that Junko doesn't know. It might be that.
Yeah. What is it? Aha!
Shut.
Are you talking about the shutdown sequence?
Shutdown sequence? What is that?
It's a hidden command I set up in the Neo World program.
Hidden command?
Oh man.
Basically, I never believed the Neo World program was a perfect solution. There was always a possibility that Usami's hope might have made things even worse for you guys. So I prepared a way to shut down the program in case of emergencies. As I recall, you said it was a command that not even the teacher can stop. And that means even Junko can't stop it.
Dear me, I have an unfortunate announcement to make, class. You cannot activate the shutdown.
What?
You know about it?
More importantly, do you know why? Do you know why you can't activate the shutdown?
The shutdown sequence can't be acted as... There's not enough people?
I think that's it.
I see! Because there's not enough people?
Pay attention, class. According to my information, in order to initiate the shutdown, out of 15 people, more than half of them must press graduate and repeat at the same time. Am I correct?
However, out of 15 people, including Makoto, there are only 6 people here.
Even if you want to cheat, I won't let ya.
Upload Kyoko. Upload Byakuya.
The shutdown sequence won't activate unless it knows
Wow.
that different
Why
people
did you pick
initiated
those
it.
two specifically?
I don't know.
That's just really good. Yeah, yeah, good choices.
So it's totally impossible.
You totally saw through that supposedly hidden
It
command?
makes the most sense.
It sure does,
No need
doesn't
to
it?
worry. Even I knew we couldn't activate the shutdown.
I already knew all that.
You still came here when you knew we had no chance of winning?
I didn't say
Not
that.
that we have no chance of winning. The only reason I'm here is because there is a chance.
Then try explaining it to us. What is this chance of winning of which you
Chance.
speak?
I believe
What? I can't hear you. You gotta speak up since you're so puny.
I believe in them. I believe they will definitely come.
Them.
Who?
Yes!
Yeah!
Something you need to take your time saying.
Queen shit.
Boo!
Hiss!
Hey,
And also
we're not
this
done.
one.
We're not done bullying Byakuya yet.
Yay! More bullying.
Chiyoko! Byakuya!
You hit the nail on the head.
It
Absolutely called
made the most sense!
What? We're not gonna bring Hero in here! He'll just make it worse!
We'd be better off leaving behind someone who jumps to conclusions without listening to our warnings.
I'm sorry.
Even though it took some time for 2 people to enter the program simultaneously, it appears we made it.
My queen.
Hey, what's going on? Why are there more people again?
How exciting! I haven't seen these faces in ages. It's like opening your high school yearbook 10 years later.
I must say, now that I'm seeing her up close, she's much bigger than I remembered.
I kind of missed Byakuya.
What? What kind of man isn't excited by big women? Once you gain some more experience, you'll understand. There's a lot.
No. Thank you. Byakuya said no thank you.
Byakuya, you're alive. But you're so skinny now. I feel so bad for you.
You shut up too.
He wouldn't leave me alone.
Are you two also from the Future Foundation?
No, it's probably not just that.
6 of you joined Future because you agreed with our ideals. Choose the Foundation regulations 5 help recover your memories. The Killing School Life is referring to that.
You guys are the survivors of the Killing School Life who previously defeated Junko, right? Yeah, that's right. There's 3 of them here now?
The former heroes plunging themselves into the game world, ignoring all danger. Jeez, stupids! Making such a suicidal move. Did you really want to see me that badly?
It can't be helped. In order to stop you, that suicidal move was our only choice.
Unfortunately, we have to look at you again.
So how about it? There are 8 people now. We have enough to activate the shutdown sequence.
That looks too familiar.
Why are you crying?
You guys showed up looking all cool and stuff, and now all the ultimate despairs. They'll be treated like even bigger chumps.
You said it again!
Just ignore her. As long as we activate the shutdown sequence, it'll be the end of her in this messed up world.
In this messed up world?
Hey, can I ask you something?
I have a question.
Hello?
If you do shut down the program, what will happen to us?
Well.
No need to worry. We won't let you get hurt.
It's not just that. We want a more detailed explanation.
If you shut down the Neo World program, everything within the program will be deleted.
I don't want to be deleted.
It will obviously delete Alter Ego Junko, along with your avatars here. So you're saying we're going to be deleted too?
It doesn't mean you'll be deleted. The program will just finish without completing the graduation program.
What does that mean for us?
Your avatars will not upload, so you will revert to your original state before you enter the program.
Is there a reason to tell them all that?
They have to know everything, or else they won't agree to do it.
Can we just hang out?
Hold on a second. If we go back to our original selves before we enter the program,
I don't want to do that.
does that mean we'll go back to being ultimate despair?
That's right. Back to being hopelessly controlled by me. When you used to feel despair upon despair.
No!
I don't want it.
Are you fucking serious? Can't you do anything about it?
I understand your concern, but this is the only way to stop Junko.
It might be a painful decision, but I know you guys will be able to overcome it. That's why, in order to defeat despair, I want you guys to fight alongside us.
We still have to fight? I thought we finally reached the end.
Don't worry. Once you get out, we will do our best to support you.
But I thought the Future Foundation wanted to kill every last Ultimate Despair.
That's what it said.
That is what they
Gotta
said.
kill him.
Immediately eliminated.
Immediately.
When you say support, do you mean I'll make sure you don't suffer when I kill you, or...?
Of course not. We would never allow that to happen.
It's gonna be alright. Your real bodies have just been brainwashed. That's why I'm pretty sure you'll quickly revert back to the state you're in right now.
Can you stop saying cheesy stuff like brainwashed? Washing your brain is like really nasty.
Yeah.
But still, even if our brainwashing is undone, the memories we've made up till now will be erased, right?
Does that mean we'll completely forget everything we did on this island?
I don't want that. It doesn't matter what you want. That's the reality.
Whatever. Who cares?
Every meaningless thing that happened here will vanish from your minds.
Meaningless? Vanish? But my friends! Does that include her too? If we lose our memories of this world, we're also going to forget she ever existed, right? That happens. Does it really mean that an existence confined to this world, is really going to disappear? She risked her life protecting us, and we won't even remember she existed. I don't
Memories
want
not
that!
all that'll go back to normal. If you've lost a limb, like Nagito, it'll still be gone when... Please stop!
Going back to reality in that condition, that's like a bad joke.
We're not joking. That is your past. Nobody can escape their past.
We don't know anything about that past!
Hey, why did we become Ultimate Despair in the first place?
I asked the same thing in the real world, but nobody would give me an answer.
It seems my teachings were quite thorough. However, if you ask me,
People who cling to stuff like hope, talent, or admiration are truly the weakest.
She hates Nagito.
Huh? Guys who desperately want to reach the top. They don't think about what'll happen when they're pushed off. They're probably too concerned with having a really nice view while they condescend to others. Shoving off guys like that is so easy. I happen to know 17,082 ways to do that. The point is, the moment you cling to talent and hope, despair has already set in.
That's not even an explanation.
Then, what if you think about it like this? It turns out that you guys being Ultimate Despair was just part of the game world. And in truth, those guys from the Future Foundation might be part of the game world too. They're simply side characters of the game world whose role is to offer hopeless hope to you guys. Well, after saying all that, I don't even know what's real and what's a game anymore.
Are you kidding around?
Enough! My patience is wearing thin. Let's hurry and start the shutdown sequence already.
Before you do that, we gotta do some reviewing.
Show the diagram.
When you guys activate the shutdown, you'll revert back to when you were known as Ultimate Despair.
Look at cool Hajime.
Powerful Hajime.
And your dead friends will never be revived. And the embodiment of despair, aka me, will be erased, thereby preserving hope in the real world. Now then, will the hope of the Future Foundation win, or will my despair win? Alright! Things are starting to heat up!
I hate this one.
That was
Isn't
bad.
a game, you know.
Au contraire, this is a game. The game of hope and despair that started with your killing school life. That explains why these chumps who weren't around last time have been reduced to mere side characters.
We're not side characters.
You called us chumps again! Only because it's true! Most importantly, the killing school trip wasn't just for your sake. There was a more important goal there. The goal of luring a specific group of people. Since now's a great time, why don't we make that the question?
Question?
As long as we're in the game world, the rules say I gotta ask questions every now and then.
I hate the big
Big Junko.
Junko.
So, question. Who did I lure and how did The hint is, I get bored easily, so the same outcome as the killing school life would be a pain in the ass. Okie dokie, let's all think about it together.
Same outcome as killing school life. Do I have to remember what occurred there? People, Junko lore, the method. Try to connect them to the dots.
Let's do some
Gosh.
logic dive.
Oh, logic dive. Here we go. Wee. Thank goodness logic dive is always here for me. Nothing bad can happen to me in logic dive. Wow.
Yeah. Beginning class? No.
Yes.
Anyway. Yeah, just take it slow.
I don't want to go too crazy. I was scared. I was afraid. I was petrified. Alright.
Who did Junko want to lure?
Future Foundation?
I think so. That makes sense to me.
That makes sense to me too. Gosh. It's crazy. Ah! Oh gosh, oh jeez. Straight line. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Yeah.
Do you
and
have
some
to
of
turn
these.
now? Oh, good. Go the straight line again. Do it again.
Do it one more again. It ended quicker than I thought it would. Logic dive.
What bait was used to lure the Future Foundation?
The Killings or Junko?
I don't know. Probably. I don't know.
My other guess is the Killings. Yep, it's the
Yeah.
Killings. I wish I could jump onto it.
Just cheat.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be pretty cool.
Just like how you can no clip off the or you can jump off backwards off the slide to make it go faster.
Watch out for the diamonds.
Ah! Shine bright like a diamond. Wee. Ha.
Well.
You guys will never know how good I am at skate.
They don't know how good I am at logic dive.
I am the ultimate skateboarder, Tony Hawk.
Yeah, oh man. What did Junko use to force them to watch the killings? Not the surveillance caramel.
Or the surveillance gamers. Oh man. Wee! So fast! I got it. Okay, I have to run to the restroom. I'm sorry. Okay. So they can oh dear.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together. The puzzle.
Got it. You used the surveillance cameras. You were trying to lure the Future Foundation by showing them the footage you were recording, weren't you?
Surveillance cameras? That's what they were being used for?
In the previous killing school life, the surveillance camera footage was broadcast outside of the school. You used the cameras that were placed throughout the entire island for the same purpose.
Ding ding ding! I was broadcasting the Killing School trip live to every member of the Future Foundation.
The footage you recorded with the surveillance cameras was shown to the Future Foundation? What shall I do? I did a lot of disgraceful things in front of those cameras.
Oh no.
You sure did.
I would never be clean now. Please forget what you saw.
It's fine.
So you guys were watching us? Then why didn't you come rescue us earlier?
We tried to hack in many times, but the virus within the program blocked us at every turn.
Not only that, the Neo World program stopped accepting shutdown commands from the outside. As a last resort, we considered cutting power to the program, but
We didn't know what would happen to the subjects if we cut the power while the program was still running. There's no way we'd jeopardize your safety by taking such a gamble.
I'm assuming that they're older.
Yeah, a little bit.
I
least.
really, I want to know.
We kept trying over and over again until it was finally possible for us to enter the program just a short time ago.
And you came all the way here when you knew it was a trap. I get it. You couldn't just leave them alone. If you saw people dying one by one with your own eyes by the same killing game you guys played, hope dictates that you act all high and mighty and say, "Oh, I'm definitely gonna stop it this time, right?"
Hey, don't tell me that's the reason you made us go through all this.
Of course we made you do it for that reason. We orchestrated this game instead of killing you outright, solely to show it off to the Future Foundation.
We were forced to solve puzzles and riddles just so you could show it off to the Future Foundation?
That's why you guys are chumps. You're just the bait I used to catch a big fish called the Future Foundation. But it's not my fault, you know. This game is a fight between the Future Foundation and me. You guys were just instigators in the background. But you guys already knew that when you chose to play this game, right?
Just 1 second, please. That sounds as though we...
As though we wanted to come to this world of our own free will.
But that's precisely the truth.
What?
You guys chose to be instigators, and you were willingly taken into the Neo World program. To provide the opportunity I needed to push this battle between hope and despair into overtime. That's right. The reason the Ultimate Despairs began killing each other was set up by the group itself.
Gosh.
That's just your imagination.
Naive Makoto totally fell for the trap. Oh, and now your face is filled with a lovely shade of despair.
Oh, well, that despair is fucking obvious. You're here to rescue the assholes who set this up in the first place.
Don't go blaming us for this.
Thank you! It's all thanks to you guys! This time around, I might be able to fill these guys with despair!
We do not feel despair. Even if this was all a trap, we will never regret coming here.
And this is the only thing we could do to stop you. But nevertheless, it's all over. We will shut you down and end all of this.
You're pretty fucking desperate. Oh, that's pretty fucking obvious. If you don't initiate the shutdown, those Future Foundation fuckwits are gonna be trapped here forever.
Trapped? Why would that happen?
Didn't I already explain it? You know, the graduation exam rules?
Two options: graduate and repeat. You have to choose. Cast your vote. Whichever has the majority will be considered.
We
your
haven't
final
talked
decision.
about what repeat does. We know what happens if we press it at the same time.
All right. In order to pass the graduation exam, there was one more requirement.
Oh. She had to... Teacher's final decision.
I see. As I recall, we also need the teacher's final decision.
Participate in the graduation program. You need my permission as acting teacher.
What?
I'm going to judge every single one of you to see if it's okay for you to graduate.
What?
You
That's
won't
crazy.
graduate unless you acknowledge it.
I'll Obviously, there's no way I'd let the members of the Future Foundation graduate. So if you can't activate the shutdown, the Foundation will enter the endless life of repeating the grade.
That's only if the shutdown sequence doesn't activate, right?
But that's impossible. Everyone here understands how dangerous it is to release you into the real world.
We know that. All too well. I mean, she's been bad-mouthing us this whole time.
Oh. Looks like you shouldn't have talked so much. Out of the mouth comes evil, so they say.
It's true that we fell for this trap, and that we run the risk of not being able to go back. But what's wrong with that? Thinking we'd back down because of something like that is a huge mistake.
I am so sad that Nagito did not get to meet Makoto.
Uh-huh.
That's my line. Thinking your little shutdown plan will succeed is a huge mistake.
Huh?
You're totally overestimating those chumps over there. There's no way they'll start the shutdown sequence.
Why not?
Look upon their faces. They look like piglets who were forced to watch their mom roasting on a spit. There's no fucking way they'll initiate the shutdown just to go back to being ultimate despair.
That is... well... Junko, I don't care what you say. I've decided to believe in everyone. It's true that they walked the wrong path before, but that's all in the past now. What I believe in is not their past, but their futures.
Shut up!
I was totally waiting for a protagonist to whine like that. When I crush you with despair, send ecstasy.
No matter what you do to me, I will never fall into despair.
Wrong. I'm not the one who's gonna make you fall into despair. That's the Mastermind's job, and they'll be appearing very soon.
What?
What?
Mastermind.
Who said what now?
What?
Mastermind. Someone else is coming?
That can't be. It's just a bluff.
You should never make the last character who appears in a detective story turn out to be the mastermind. But I always fell into that pattern, so I was kind of worried about that.
Enough already. What are you talking about?
Oh well, let's bring him out with lots of energy. It's Mr. Izuru Kamakura!
Izuru... Kamakura?
A gasp? I've heard it before. The person who was called Ultimate Hope. Shouldn't be all he was. I've seen that. He's somewhere else. Person was... Dark Day Focus.
Yeah, one of the hamsters. It's me, the hamsters!
Izuru Kamakura. Isn't that the name of the founder of Hope's Peak Academy? It was written on the placard beneath the portrait of the Academy's founder. That name. It was definitely Izuru Kamakura, right?
However, based on the information I know, the man known as Izuru Kamakura...
If I recall, he's a super genius who acquired many talents. He was even called the Ultimate Hope, right?
Huh? Does the founder have the same name as that Ultimate Hope guy?
Is that kind of coincidence even possible?
The Future Foundation might know something, right?
How about it, Kyoko?
Even within Hope's Peak Academy, there's very little information about a person called Izuru Kamakura. It's a mystery if such a person ever really existed. And not just that, the matter was closed without ever being settled because of that incident.
If you do not know, then please allow me. Providing hopelessly skilled explanations is a quirk of mine. The reason Izuru's existence continues to be such a mystery is because the Academy hid it.
Why did the Academy hide his existence?
If I recall, they were trying to protect their superior talent. They even called it mankind's hope, correct?
However, that prodigious student ended up killing 13 student council members at Hope's Peak Academy. Izuru is the killer responsible for Hope's Peak Academy's biggest, most awful event.
And you're the one who set it up, right?
Information about Izuru completely vanished after that incident.
We thought Junko Enoshima killed them? Oh, don't say such cruel things. Izuru Kamakura is very much alive. Isn't that right, Hajime?
What? Huh? Don't look at
What?
me.
I am. What?
Huh?
Like I said, you're Izuru Kamakura.
No.
Not me.
What?
Huh?
What?
I had a thought when they're like, he's no one knows.
Nobody.
He's a mystery.
Alrighty? If you don't understand, I'll explain it to you till you do understand.
You're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're...
Hold on! Seriously, what are you talking about?
Liar! There's no way. There's no way Hajime is Izuru Kamakura.
Izuru is that ultimate hope, right? But Hajime is...
Just a boring dude.
That's right. Hajime is one of those reserve course dropouts and has no talent whatsoever. But the fact that he's really Izuru Kamakura makes all this much more hopeless.
Huh?
Who?
Me? I'm Izuru Kamakura? What?
Here we go.
What?
Play the game.
Look at how slow it's coming up. No. Reserved. No.
Good news, Hajime! Even though you were marked for being a reserve course student, he had a talent all along. Ultimate hope.
How can someone from the reserve course have such an amazing talent like that?
In order to hide Izuru's identity. Was he hidden in the reserve course?
Then Hajime's name is fake?
There's no doubt I'm Hajime Hinata. I've always had that name ever since I was born.
Then Izuru is your fake name?
Hey, you weren't lying to us, right?
I do not want any more last-minute plot twists.
Could it be created hope? That might be Izuru.
I don't know. I really wanted to disagree with myself.
Disagree with myself. It's like something's coming out of your mouth and you just interrupt. No, that's wrong.
I'm the ultimate hope? The current me. And what did Hope's Peak Academy do to me?
Good
Academy's
news,
founder.
Hajime.
Cultivation.
Even though
Let you
you
go through it one more time
being
before
a
you give you
reserve
any
course
hits.
student, he had a talent all along. Ultimate hope.
How can someone from the reserve course have such an amazing talent like that?
In order to hide Izuru's identity. Was he hidden in the reserve course?
Then Hajime's name is fake?
There's no doubt I'm Hajime Hinata. I've always had that name ever since I was born.
Then Izuru is your fake name?
Hey, you weren't lying to us, right?
I do not want any more last-minute plot twists.
Could it be created hope?
Aha!
Must be it.
Yes, I agree. Wait, what? Hold on.
Wait, hang on.
Created hope. Are you talking about the Hope Cultivation Plan?
Hope Cultivation Plan. What is that?
A while back, I saw a file kept by the Future Foundation. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy was researching a breakthrough plan to cultivate personal talent.
It's true, it was a breakthrough plan. After all, it was a plan to create the perfect genius.
Create? For the longest time, the Hope Cultivation Plan was the earnest wish of Hope's Peak Academy. In fact, that's why the Academy was established. Part of that plan was researching the talents of Ultimates. Because the plan was so important, they adopted the name of the Academy's founder. And called it the Izuru Kamakura Project.
Oh.
Izuru Kamakura Project?
Just a little while ago, they were finally able to reach the experimental stage of that plan. From there, they set their sights on the reserve course dropouts to use them as...
Dropouts?
Why did they use the reserve course as lab rats?
A plan to create talent artificially requires test subjects that are wholly lacking in talent.
We need a sponge.
Course students, the one who was finally chosen was... Hajime, who stands before you now.
Why me?
Because you admired Hope's Peak Academy more than anybody else.
Oh. Me and Akane are making the same face.
You still don't get it. You were used by the Academy. They exploited your feelings of admiration toward Hope and talent just to use you as a lab rat.
Very cool, very cool. No, I cry.
See? Didn't I tell you? The moment you cling to talent and hope, despair has already set in.
Lies. That's definitely a lie.
After many surprises, Hajime Hinata was transformed into Izuru 1.0!
Did you say transformed?
What did they do to him?
Unless you're willing to go to extremes, it's impossible to change a normal person into a perfect genius. So naturally, they went to extremes.
What does that mean? Ah!
By directly interfering with his brain, Hope's Peak Academy transformed Hajime Hinata...
Gosh!
...into a completely different person whose specialty is talent itself, known as Izuru Kamakura.
All of it.
Eventually, Izuru became an ultimate despair, thanks to me. But all I did to Izuru was simply break his spirit. That's nothing compared to what Hope's Peak Academy did to him. Not even close. Seriously, it's scary how determined the researchers were to mess with the human brain that much. Doing such inhumane acts that nobody else is capable of with such a calm mind and a steady hand. I admire it so much, it makes my mind numb.
Awesome.
Great.
Very
Thank
cute.
you.
Very
Very,
cool.
very
There's just a
good.
simple
Very
avatar
cool,
right
fun,
now,
epic.
so even if you touch your head, you won't feel the scar.
Uh-huh.
Did they really do something like that?
But if you think about it, if Hajime gets out of here, he's gonna be a super genius, right?
Like I said, he's not Hajime. He's a completely different person whose specialty is talent itself.
Different person? How is he different?
All of his senses, emotions, thoughts, and hobbies that interfere with acquiring talent have been excised.
Just acquiring talent and breathing.
All of his memories of the past have been forcefully suppressed into the darkest recesses of his mind.
Huh?
Emotions, thoughts, hobbies? He doesn't even have a memory? It sounds like he is a completely different person.
Wait a minute.
So that's why it's so surprising that Hajime even exists here at all, even if he's just an avatar. The Neo World program must have dug up those memories and rebuilt his old personality from data from the past.
I cannot help but feel impressed that the Neo World program was able to accomplish such a feat.
But as for Hajime, he probably would have been better off if he stayed erased.
Mean.
Mean.
Then, when Hajime returns to his original state after the shutdown,
He'll disappear.
disappear?
All
Oh.
that will remain is Izuru Kamakura, an entirely different personality created by Hope's Peak Academy. He will no longer be Hajime Hinata.
No. There is like no good option for me.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to disappear. Disappear? No.
Uh-oh.
No. Disappear. Disappear.
Oh.
Oh. My man having a rough. Who the fuck is you? Oh. Okay. But no matter what happens, it's of no concern to me. I will not be able to participate in what lies ahead.
Hmm? Really? I don't really understand, but I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to get along pretty well. Hey, can I see you again?
There's no reason to meet again. After all, you're boring. Your talent, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring to me.
Ouch. You really don't play along, do you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hurt your feelings?
Owie.
You think you could stand up? That's what those were. That's what those screams sound like. Gosh, I wish I could deliver, but I cannot.
What's that? Me? No. That's not me!
That's what you are. That's who Izuru Kamakura is. You're the one who brought me into this world. You're Izuru Kamakura, the mastermind behind all of this. Huh?
Could it be? The one who uploaded you into the Neo World program was...
It's not me!
Just so you know, as long as your brain has been messed with, you can't undo it no matter how hard you try.
I really like this cast.
Uh-huh.
Have no way to be saved, you say? But you already know what you must do.
I do? Huh. I already know how I can be saved? I feel like I need to repeat. No.
No.
I already know how I can be saved. Graduate?
Uh-huh.
I see. I just need to choose graduate then.
In that case, the Hajime avatar will be uploaded into his real body. So, Hajime will be safely reborn. Truly a royal road to a hopeless happy ending.
Hold on. You can't do that.
If you do that, everyone who died will be taken over by Junko's alter ego.
Like, if you guys don't start the shutdown, the Future Foundation will be trapped here. I can't allow the Future Foundation to sacrifice themselves for the ultimate despairs.
Jeez, you should have said so before. You guys aren't honest at all.
That's not it. What we're saying is...
We have to protect the world from despair, you say? Okay, that's getting so old.
Chill out.
Do you really have to sacrifice yourselves just to protect the world in the first place? What if the world's hope is different from your hope? Even if the world is happy, it's meaningless if you aren't happy.
That's...
Plus, the Future Foundation wants to kill all the ultimate despairs, right? Once you go back to being ultimate despair, the Future Foundation's punishment time will activate.
It would be absolutely dreadful if that were to happen.
That's the only Junko I like. His Crayon Junko.
Really?
It's the only. That's the only one that's worth keeping. Get rid of all the other ones.
Rather fucking hopeless, don't you think? And can you guys even endure that? Everything that happened here will just end up being a meaningless game.
She has broken my man.
She made it done.
Everything you felt, awe, friendship, love, there won't even be save data left of it. The girl you love and the guy you hate grow weaker and skinnier each day they lay immobilized. And in Hajime's case, his very existence is going to disappear, all because of the academy he loves so much. Will you be able to endure such despair? Who are you going to endure it for?
Chiaki?
For people you've never met before? For people who don't even appreciate you?
For Chiaki?
Does that sound like hope to you?
You can't believe her! That's how she works!
That's what she does, so she can lure you all toward despair.
There is no reason to listen to her. Hurry up and start the shutdown.
Oh, hold on.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
What is it? Why are we still waiting? Do you still not understand what's going to happen to the real world if Junko escapes?
No, I was just...
How many victims do you think the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history has claimed?
Right now, it's finally started to calm down. If Junko Enoshima makes it to the real world, countless victims will fill the streets. The world will regress to an era of bloodshed, chaos, and worldwide rioting.
So that's why you're telling them to start the shutdown sequence? To prevent that? You're telling them to turn back into ultimate despair and lose all the memories they made in this world. Even among them, there are those who will simply cease to exist. And you're telling them to just deal with it?
At this point, this is the only way.
No. There is another way.
Can we
talk about...
As long as they choose to graduate, they can pass along their avatar's memories, and everyone here will be able to hold hands and keep on living. Well, everyone who died will be taken over by me, but don't you think that's a better fate than being a vegetable for the rest of their life?
You guys, you can't buy into this. Think carefully about which is true hope.
And which is true despair.
Y'all have broken me.
What shall we do?
You're asking us? You're telling us to decide?
Damn it! Why'd it turn out like this?
Here we go.
If everyone can overcome despair, you guys should be able to grasp true hope.
If our memories
I can't grab it.
disappear, I will not even remember
I can't grab it.
the reason everybody died.
I can't do anything.
Oh no.
Over your friends' bodies?
We have 2 bullets.
You might think I'm a fool, but
Can you even switch your bullets?
I want to see Peko one more time. If we turn back into ultimate
I-
despair,
All I have
the
is...
Foundation might kill us, right?
We won't let them do that.
I don't... What
Also, the meters are all over the place.
No, there's nothing.
They're the ones who
Am I supposed to tell them to graduate?
For your protection.
If Junko escapes to the real world, there will be countless victims again.
There's not...
I know, but
Everyone's hope is in conflict. Such despair!
I don't. Graduate or shut down. The world or me. It's literally just which one to shoot. And I don't know what the answer is because I don't know hope or despair. So I have graduate and I can disagree with hope. Oh
I have
my...
no idea.
Telling us to choose.
Just taking damage.
Choose
but-
between that. Why? Why do we have to choose? Why do we have to choose?
Uh-oh. No.
I broke it. Huh.
I can't do it.
Huh? You can't do it?
I can't choose. You guys are telling us the world's going to be destroyed unless we sacrifice ourselves. And that, I can't decide. I can't choose either one.
Hajime!
Shut up! Leave me alone!
Delicious.
This is just too much. Why do I have to be a part of this? I mean, I'm different from the rest of you. And I don't even have a talent. But even so, I got dragged into this. And now, My existence is going to disappear? I don't understand it at all.
Both choices are hopeless.
Oh no.
How much of ourselves do we have to sacrifice?
This burden, don't you dare make us shoulder it.
There's no way we can handle this on our own.
Everyone, get a hold of yourselves.
It's impossible! For someone like me, it's impossible. I can't choose the future! Hope, despair, do whatever you want. It's not my problem! That's...
Deal with it yourself.
There's no answer. So you've chosen to make no choice at all. Jeez. Once again, this went exactly as I expected. I get so hopelessly bored when everything goes according to plan. Oh well, since I have everyone's data, I kind of figured things would play out like this.
I don't know if I...
That is, unless something else hopelessly unpredictable happens. Well, I can say that, but the chance of something convenient happening is hopeless. After all, this is a game. A world where everything progresses with predetermined harmony. Fine. I guess it's okay. You don't have to force yourself to make a choice. A futureless future. I think it's fine if that exists too. As long as you don't yearn for hope, you'll never fall victim to despair. That goes for me too. As long as I don't yearn for despair, I'll never need to hope for it. So, let's all free ourselves from this curse and stay here as the best of friends. Let's immerse ourselves in this tropical island life forever and ever. Forever and ever and ever.
She's posing at me!
Ever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
Oops. What happened? What did I do? Did I do a bad? Did I mess up? Cocoa nuts. Awesome. I just didn't know. Ah!
Oh. Yeah!
Alright! A game reset!
And with this, the world will continue to loop.
An eternal game utopia sounds like fun.
What am I doing?
You don't even have a bullet.
And with this, the world...
An eternal game utopia sounds like fun.
I guess it's fine to stay like this for a while.
Ah!
Ugh.
Master, that is a wise call.
Yay! You didn't have to forget us!
Yes, there's no way I would forget.
And with this, Juko's gone.
Alright! Let's party! I'm gonna
Calm down.
showcase my full cooking ability!
Just leave the DGR2 bookie.
What is...
Hey, can I take a picture to commemorate this?
What to be awed by the...
I've prepared you a training regimen.
Ooh, if you get...
Should I begin with...
After all this time?
You didn't get to hear him. You didn't get to hear him.
I'm sorry. What is this again? I never got to see that. Oh well. There's no need to think about it. I wanted this ending.
Alright! A game...
And with this, the world will continue to loop.
An eternal game utopia sounds like fun.
We can just stay here forever.
To stay like this for...
Yeah, master.
Yay! Yes!
I just want to go hear what not Byakuya sounds like.
Just leave the DGR2. Hey, can I take a picture to...
Want to be awed by the sight of my prowess? I've prepared you a training regiment.
Ooh, if you get hurt, let me know.
Should I begin with a brief introduction of myself?
Ew.
That's not it. Those aren't part of the game, right?
What? Oh well. It's fine. I wanted
This is good.
this.
This is fine.
Alright!
And with this, the world...
An eternal game...
I guess it's fine to stay...
Yeah, master.
Yay!
Yes, there's a...
And with this...
This is...
Just leave the DGR2.
Everything's fine.
Everything is...
I've prepared you a...
Ooh,
Should I begin with a brief...
After all this...
that's not it. You guys aren't part of the game, right?
I think you need to take that.
Okay. What? He said something.
He said, "What am I doing?"
And with this, the world...
An eternal game.
I guess it's fine to stay...
Young master. Yay! Yes, there's a...
And with this, Juka...
Alright! I'm gonna showcase...
Hold on.
Just leave the BG... Hey, can I take...
What to be awed by the... I've prepared you
Should I begin with a...
That's not it.
You guys aren't part of the game, right?
Ha
Ha ha ha.
ha ha.
Everything is very good and fun.
A game re...
And with this, the world will continue to loot.
An eternal game utopia.
This world...
Wrong.
Everything's wrong.
Who are you?
I'm you. But
I'm just a part of the game. But you guys aren't, right?
Chiaki? Is that you? Why are you here?
I don't know.
Does this mean you're my memory of Chiaki? Because you should have already disappeared. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, don't you think they're messed up? Telling us the world's going to be destroyed? And to sacrifice ourselves? There's no way I can choose. For someone like me, I'm just not able to choose. Seriously, I've had enough. I'm tired of being mixed up in all this stuff I don't understand. Not only was I told that I have no talent at all, but if I get out, I'll go back to being ultimate despair. And on top of that, I was told I'm going to disappear too. Isn't that messed up? Hey, you don't want that either, right? I mean, if we lose our memories, there won't be a single trace of your existence left. You're going to completely disappear, and none of us will ever remember you.
No, I won't.
Huh?
Even if I cease to exist, even if you guys never remember me again, that doesn't mean I will completely disappear. As long as everyone continues to move forward toward the future we created together, I will never disappear.
oh.
What I lived for, fought for, and risked my life for will still exist.
You're right, but...
You're probably just scared, right? Not
A
just
little
of
bit.
disappearing. You're scared of moving toward the future with such a heavy burden, right?
Yeah. I'm scared. I'm obviously terrified of that.
How much longer are you going to be this indecisive?
Huh?
Didn't you want to become someone with confidence? Isn't that why you admired Hope's Peak Academy?
But even Hope's Peak Academy tricked me.
Hajime, you've had it wrong this whole time.
Wrong?
Having talent isn't the goal. There's something much more important than whether or not you have talent, right? What's important is that you believe in yourself.
Believe in the me that believes in you, Hajime.
If you can't do that, no matter how much talent you possess, you will never be confident in yourself. Just like how you were in the past.
You? Hey, who are you? I mean, you should have already disappeared, right?
But past Hajime is in the past. He's not the same Hajime who spent time with me and the others in this world. So it's going to be all right. I think it's time you finally had confidence in yourself.
Hey, Chiaki. Can you tell me something? Which choice should I make? My hope? The world's hope? Which one should I choose?
You guys are the only ones who have the right to decide your future. And the responsibility, too.
So you're saying I should choose for myself?
But if you can't choose either future, why don't you just create one?
Let's go.
Even if this world is just a game, you guys aren't part of the game. You guys don't have to just choose a future. You should be able to create one as well.
Do you think someone like me can do that?
Since you're not part of the game, you don't have to worry about talent, skill, or level. You guys have a tremendous ultimate move that can overcome anything.
Friendship.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you just do it, things will turn out okay.
If I do it, things will turn out okay.
Of course, games aren't very fun when they're easy to clear.
But this isn't a game, right?
Hey, Hajime, this isn't for the sake of anyone else. You have to do this for yourself. Now then, it's about time you show me your cool side, Hajime.
Okay.
Come on, I'll help out too.
Help?
All right. Am I gonna get a cool power?
Oh! No talent at all. I was even betrayed by the academy I admired so much.
What?
I don't want to disappear. I'm not Izuru Kamakura. Who cares what will happen to the world? I don't want to sacrifice myself. It's not like I'll be appreciated anyway. There's no way we can beat Junko. It's the Future Foundation's fault. Not mine. I can't choose the future.
Dang it. This is me? Is this really me? No!
I have no talent at all. I was even betrayed by the academy I admired so much.
I need to figure out what the end is.
I'm not Izuru. Who cares? Well, I don't want to sacrifice. It's not like I'll be. There's no way we can. It's the future. Not mine. I can't choose the future.
See, if you just do it, things will turn out okay. You should even be able to create the future.
No.
You did that wrong.
Create the future? I should be doing that backwards, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I have no talent. I was even betrayed, but I don't want to disappear. I'm not Izuru. Who cares? Well, I don't want to sacrifice. It's not like I'll be. There's no way we can. It's the future. Not mine. I can't choose the future.
See, if you should even be able to create the future.
Give me that. I got this. Let's go. Let's go, gamers.
I have no talent at all. I was even betrayed, but I don't want to disappear. I'm not Izuru.
Now where do you put that? Is the question.
I don't want to sacrifice. It's not like I'll be appreciated. There's no way we can be. It's the Future Foundation's fault. Not mine. I can't choose the future.
See, if you just do it, things will turn out okay. You should even be able to create the future.
Did I not get it right?
It made that was correct
Is this
sound.
really me?
But
so uncool. It's totally uncool.
I have no talent at all.
Maybe you should shoot it in other places. Oh,
I was even
get that out of
betrayed
here.
by the academy.
Get that out of here.
I don't want to disappear.
Get that out of here.
Go!
Be gone!
Lies and deception!
None of that!
I don't want to sacrifice myself. It's not like I'll be appreciated anyway. There's no way
Shoo.
we can beat Junko. Even
Get out of
it's the
here!
Future Foundation's fault.
Positive vibes only!
Your vibes are nasty! Disgusting! Huh? Chucky.
No matter what kind of future it is, as long as you guys move toward it, I will never disappear. Everything that happened here, it won't be meaningless. If you guys carried the burden of both hope and despair, you should even be able to create the future. Even if it's a convenient miracle, if you just do it, things will turn out okay. That's why you can't hesitate now. Resolve to throw everything away and give it everything you got. I'll be cheering for you too.
No, Chiaki, come back.
That reminds me. I forgot to say it again.
I love you.
Ooh! Uh-oh.
Disappear. Not even remember why everyone died.
If we don't rid the world of despair, the tragedy
Come on!
will start once again.
I want to see Echo one more time.
Gosh, everybody is.
Uh-huh.
Turn back into ultimate despair.
I'm trying so hard.
Smash.
Right?
This is your responsibility, since you're the ones who fell to despair.
It's not my responsibility. It's the Future Foundation's.
Oh, that's what they've all been saying.
They're both hope and they're both despair. A conclusion will never be fucking reached.
You can't lose hope.
Store power.
If the
You
memories
can do
we
it.
made here disappear,
Mash.
I will not even remember
Come on!
why everyone died.
If we don't
You
rid the
can do
world
it.
of despair,
I'm doing
once again.
Mario
You're like-
Party style.
Yeah, the Mario Party, yeah.
If we turn back into ultimate
Oops. Hold on, it's fine.
You mashed too hard.
despair,
It's fine.
we might be killed by the Future Foundation, right?
This is your responsibility, since you're the ones who fell to despair.
It's not my responsibility. It's the Future Foundation's.
They're both hope and they're both despair.
Come on.
A conclusion will never be fucking reached.
You can't lose hope.
How do I
If the memories we made here disappear,
shoot?
I will
Can you
not
hold it
even
down?
remember why everyone
Is that
died.
working? Maybe that's working.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, make your hope big.
The tragedy will start.
I thought I needed to click.
Or your power.
I want to see.
I also thought you needed to click, but... Future!
You can't lose hope.
You
The
have
memories
obtained
we made
future.
here disappear, but I will not even remember why everyone died.
If we don't rid the world of despair, the tragedy will
Future.
start once again.
Future.
Future!
Ultimate, we might be killed by the Future.
This is your
Come on.
responsibility, since
It's not my responsibility. It's the Future Foundation's.
They're both hope and they're both despair. A conclusion will never be fucking.
Oh.
Let's
No.
go. Oh my god, my eyes.
Yeah!
I have been
Refuse!
waiting.
They won't just
Look at him.
There will probably be a lot of despair, too.
Oh, I've been wondering about this boy's eyes.
I don't know what kind of future awaits us. But our futures are ours. I won't let anyone take them.
Huh. What the fuck is...
Who is you?
Who the fuck is you?
Who the hell are you?
That's what I
I
said.
decided. I'm done running away.
Uh,
I will fight for my future. I will fight alongside the future that everyone created for me.
come on, let's go.
For anyone else's sake but my own.
Don't tell me. Izuru? Hey, what the heck
Nope.
is going on? Is this a serious bug or something?
I am not Izuru Kamakura. I am Hajime Hinata.
Yeah!
Fucking remember. Oh, let's go. Future. Future. Let's go.
You despair because you yearn for hope because you despair. Let's finish this already. There's no need for you to choose. Close your eyes and cover your ears. Just shut the hell up. If you do that, this game is gonna continue. If you don't want that, just turn off the game.
Even so,
You don't have to look at the hopeless future.
I'll never let anyone choose again.
Shut
Ooh.
up. Gosh. This is gonna be a fun thumbnail.
Do more.
I don't want anything. The future is full of lies. You have no argument.
Yes, just gotta get her rhythm.
The future will make you suffer. Just give up already.
There she is.
A miracle won't happen. You're not hope. This crappy feeling. I don't want anything. The
future is full of lies. Izuru! You have no argument. Any choice is despair. The future will make you suffer. Just give up already. I don't want anything. You're not hope. I don't want to lose anything. There's no hope. Just give up already. You have no argument. I don't want anything. You won't be able to do it. You won't be able to do anything.
That's wrong!
What's wrong?
My heart!
Oh no. Yes,
He's
yeah, big
fucking way
lines.
for.
What the heck is wrong with you? Why is there a bug like this all of a sudden?
Everyone, let's shut this game down!
Do it. Let's go.
But
What the?
Don't you get it? If we start the shutdown sequence, we'll...
There's never only one choice to make. There's no way I'll allow things to end this way. The future everyone has created for us should have more possibilities than that. Let's leave this place with confidence, and from there we can just create it on our own. The future that we want.
what are you saying? There's no way something that convenient is going to happen.
It wouldn't be strange if a miracle happened.
Here we go!
This isn't a game. We can change the future as much as we want.
Even if you talk big, if you leave here, you're just gonna forget everything. That goes for everyone else!
We just have to press these two buttons at the same time, correct?
That's easy.
I wonder. I do not really understand it myself, but I just saw it. When my body felt so heavy that I could not move. When I felt as though I was sinking into a deep black sea. It was at that moment I somehow heard Hajime's voice. And though it was just a flash, I saw it. Like a lighthouse beacon shining across an ocean of darkness. A warm, yet resolute light. The one who shined that light, it was probably...
Come on.
You saw it too, right, Hajime?
Come on!
The future we are going to create from this moment on. It is also the future that everyone has created, right?
This game is fucking wild.
There is no way we can stop now.
Come on, Sparkling Justice, let's go!
That's a suicidal
No.
decision.
I'm well aware it might be an act of suicide. There's no telling how this will play out, but
Ah, my boy!
I heard her voice. In fact, I think it was the first time she ever yelled at me. I can't stand on my own 2 feet if she keeps treating me like a damn kid.
I just realized that, Sonya probably heard Gundam.
Uh-huh.
I don't like thinking about complicated stuff. If there's someone strong worth fighting, I'll fight. It's just who I am, you know? That's what it means to be confident, right? Then, I'm gonna choose this!
Man, this sure is getting annoying again. But if you're saying you're gonna do it, there's no way I can back out now.
Come on, my boy. Yeah!
If I don't have any place to go back to, I should at least protect this place no matter what.
It's my boy.
You won't. Why? Why? How can you guys throw yourselves back into the depths of despair?
Because we believe.
Huh?
Friendship,
We
bitch.
believe in our future. That's what makes us different from you. We believe that if we try new things, even difficult things, that everything will turn out okay.
Damn, I'm glad we kept playing this
We
game.
believe we can even create our own futures.
That's impossible. That can't be hope. It's not even despair.
What are you?
What is this?
Hajime, everyone,
Are you gonna get a power up too?
thank you.
I didn't do it for you.
I'm not the one you should be thanking.
Oh,
You did
all
it.
right. Good job.
You won. Congratulations.
Give me my coins. I'll take it.
You got coins.
Coins. Gosh. This game is wild.
Well, let's get started.
All right, let's do it. Push button.
I didn't think it would end this easily.
Huh? It's not the end, right?
This is just the beginning, right?
First, we need to let this game world end.
And from that point on,
Then.
we're the ones who are going to create.
My kids. Oh! This is very pretty. She's back!
Yes!
Oh. Magic stick!
Huzzah!
Go!
Look at her go! The big boss fight.
Magic stick! Look at her go!
Whack!
Owie! Woohoo! Ow!
Woohoo!
Yippee! There she goes! No. You trapped her.
Take this. Oh my.
I banish thee.
Twee!
Toy with it. Love, love. Wow. Very bright colors. Eyeballs hurt. Head hurt.
Yes.
Heart hurt. Oop.
Man, this is absolute despair. I feel despair upon despair and despair toward despair yet again. How fun. Once you've experienced the despair I've suffered, there's no turning back. Living in the shadows of past memories. That's too sad, you know? But I guess I no longer have to hope for despair.
Is just so hopeless.
Well, bye, Junko. Please don't come back in the next game.
Please don't ever come back.
Why did Usami appear? She should have already disappeared.
I guess it's just as Hajime said.
At least, this wasn't the ending prepared for them. This was the ending they created.
I'm afraid of these kids. These kids are crazy.
Are you saying they're moving towards such an uncertain future on purpose?
Even so, the only thing we can do now is leave it to them. This game world is going to end soon. There is nothing more we can do.
Regardless, there's no need for us to do anything.
Goodbye.
Get out.
Kyoko, you look weird with your arms behind your back. Please. Well, it's just us now.
Man, it's collapsing.
You're right.
I am sorry to trouble everyone, but even if we awaken in the real world and forget about what transpired here, it will still have meaning, right?
Of course, Miss Sonia. I don't know the proper way to say this, but I kind of feel the same way too. You're so bad at explaining things. Now that it's the end, you should at least try a little harder. People can't change that easily, you know. Well, whether it has meaning or not, it all depends on us now.
Oh, my kids.
Time's almost up.
I'm pretty scared.
Oh, Kazuichi.
Scared too.
Oh, I'm so.
But it's okay, right? It makes sense to feel scared, right?
That's the future.
Hey, I'll never forget you guys. Or the others. You guys better remember me too. My name is Kazuichi Soda. With your colorful personalities, there's no way I'd forget you guys that easily.
Even if I forget, I will use all my might and remember.
If you start talking weird later, Hajime, I'll beat you up till you turn back to normal.
That's a relief. But make sure you hold back as much as you can.
Well. Look at me. Look at me. So this is the end. But it's just the beginning. Isn't that right? It doesn't change how scared I am. I can't help feeling scared. So scared, but...
Thank you. Thank you, Chiaki. I finally said it.
Close enough. Goodbye. I am tiny now.
Me too. Thank you.
My heart.
Never forget about you guys. I'll never, ever forget. I'll be cheering for you guys from now on. From somewhere.
Oh,
'Cause
heart.
we're all friends after all.
My friend Chiaki. Well, okay. Did I do it right? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I got a grade. Goodbye, Academy. End. Now what's gonna happen? What happens next? Wow! I found a phone!
Giant cell phone. Hooray. Save
Yes!
the game!
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So the incident is coming to an end. The incident riddled with absurdity, nonsense, with sheer irrationality, is about to lower its curtain. An incident smaller than Hope's Peak Academy's biggest, most tragic event. Smaller than the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. An incident so small it doesn't even have a name. The world will never know what happened here. Not now, not in the distant future. As long as they remain here.
Apparently they've finished the preparations. We can leave anytime.
Then, I guess we should get going.
Hey, Makoto, is this really okay? You're the one who said, leave the questions to me, so I let you take the lead. Are they really going to be okay? Didn't they just turn back into ultimate despair?
I don't think that's the case. I mean, if they did turn back, they wouldn't have said that they'd stay on this island.
Perhaps they're thinking about helping their sleeping friends?
I can't really say for sure, but that's what I believe.
Whether they know it or not, the fact that they're already clinging to that feeling shows they're no longer who they were in the past.
It seems that there are too many soft-hearted people here.
But in reality, the possibility of those who are asleep waking up is close to zero.
No.
Oh, look at them!
Isn't a problem.
Oh, they're so sad. Look at my queen! She is oozing with style.
There's the smallest possibility. They're still trying to create that future for themselves. In their eyes, that is the future.
The smallest possibility. You might as well call it a miracle.
Strangely enough, I have a feeling that they'll be able to reach it. They've accepted their hopes and their despair, and they're trying to create their own future. Maybe, for people like that, miracles are inevitable. Don't you think?
As cheesy as ever. Seriously, you haven't grown up at all.
Haven't grown up?
That's the main reason we decided to come with you.
Well,
You're a
who
child.
cares? I guess I'll respect your decision. This time. However, what comes next is going to be difficult for us.
Leaving them on this island. If the higher-ups at HQ find out about this, it will definitely cause a scene.
We need to work on concealing it.
That's not a problem.
And what do you intend to explain to HQ?
About that. I was gonna think about it while I was on the ship.
Good luck. I'm not going to help you that much.
Huh? Why?
You should at least be glad that we decided to respect your decision.
Fine.
Oh, Makoto. Bye!
Let's go back as well. We're not even close to finished yet. There's still a lot we must do. Besides the Future Foundation, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is not finished.
Y'all have gotta pick a name for it.
No.
I'm sorry.
It's this, forever.
It's 2 games. We're 2 games in, and y'all have not called it anything. Just the event.
We must end this once and for all, for the sake of the future.
It seems I must fight alongside you all for a little while longer.
Plus, there's someone waiting for you to return.
Don't make me remember something so horrifying.
Oh dear.
Then let's
Please
go.
don't make me think about that.
Please.
We must create our own futures too.
Aw, thanks for smiling at me.
And so, the ordeal has ended. And from here, our daily lives have started. Lives that are much more absurd, nonsensical, and irrational than before. Things are probably going to be a lot more difficult now. There's no such thing as an answered mystery. It's doubtful whether or not things will even end well.
But
the future isn't a path. It's like an endless sea. You can try to go anywhere, but it doesn't mean you'll get there. Even so, I will keep on living. I will keep on living as Hajime Hinata.
it's my boy. Look at him.
My future
Bye.
lies here.
Epilogue.
Oh, I get to play some more. Oh boy. We didn't get an epilogue last time, did we?
I think last time the epilogue was like.
Oh,
just
that
leaving.
was
the
the epilogue. I thought I was gonna get to walk around.
Well,
Let's see.
there's the credits.
There's the cast. Oh, okay. Those
are the Japanese voices.
Ultimate swindler, the ultimate imposter. You mean?
Yeah.
Look at him. Look at this baby face. Man, I think I get why you really like this one.
This is my favorite cast. The only thing I don't like about this one is how they are like pushed to the side at the end, and it's like you guys are the backup characters.
No, they're not.
They're not. They're
Don't
my
you
favorite.
ever. They're very good. Man, what on my boy? I miss you. I love you. Did he replace his eye with Junko's?
I think
implication?
it was either him or Fuyuhiko is who that's supposed to be.
Okay. We're not gonna talk about the rest of it.
Uh-huh.
Gosh. Look at this man. I miss Nagito. He would have loved that.
He would have very much enjoyed
He would have had such a fun time.
Oh boy. Hope and despair.
That would have been fucking wild. Man. What are we gonna play next?
Well, next is Ultra Despair Girls. But we're gonna take a break from Danganronpa for a little while.
Yeah.
But the next game, if you want to play, if you're playing along at home, go play Ultra Despair Girls.
I hope everybody enjoyed my wild range of reactions to this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
The first game that made me openly sob
Uh-huh.
on recording. Oh man. Kichi Takaoka, you're homie. You're a real dude. All of these, look at all these designers. Look at all these artists. I really like this style.
Mm-hmm.
It's very good. It's, I don't know what to say. Movie?
Cutscenes, I imagine.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I miss them.
Me too.
We all miss Gundam. There's my man! There's my boy! Takashi, am I right?
Burn it all down.
Nothing's left. Guitar. There he is!
Fighting to the death.
Gosh, so good.
I'm still thinking about like that case if Nekomaru had won that fight. Imagine a world where Nekomaru wins that fight and kills Gundam, and is just like, right, now I have to make up a plan. Here we go. What
would that have looked like? Look at this. Look at her. Look at him! He is up to something. I am mischievous. It's so different from the first game, and like now it's I understand why a little bit more now, but like even just the killing, like, and I think we've said this a few times, like almost every instance of killing was so different. Like there wasn't, excluding a few, none of them felt very like malicious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Excluding like Mikan, who was just you know, flip.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. The only real thing that I don't like about this one is how like tied to the first game it is. There's so many like references. Look, do you guys remember the first game? You played the first game, right? Please remember the first game and like this one because it's like that.
Look, we have the characters
here. Like it has like these characters have so much strength to stand on their own. I wish they would have let them.
Yeah.
But like I still love this cat. It's so good.
I hope Junko's dead for good. I don't want her again.
Never ever again. Junko.
Give me a new Despair. That's what I was hoping for. I was hoping that it was just gonna be like, no, focus on whichever Despair it is that you gotta kill now.
Yeah, no.
Like there's multiples of them. Yeah.
Did it.
Thanks, Spike. I still really like your logo, Spike.
Haha.
Get that out of here. Every time Monokuma shows up, I'm going to assume that Junko is still a part of... Get out of here. Goodbye.
Get out. You've done it.
Wow, I did it.
You can pray... Easter egg.
What does Easter egg do? I got a cool keychain.
Some Easter egg.
Danganronpa if... Is that just I
think that's also a manga that can be read in the world. Okay, so that's it. So now you can play Magical Miracle Girl Monami and see how Monami defeated all the Ultra Beasts or whatever.
Really?
You can play Island Mode, which is like the school mode where you can just kind of hang out with your friends and nothing bad ever happens.
We are going to do that. Bonus episode, we are going to go hang out with our friends.
And what's novel? You can read the light novel Danganronpa If.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
about Murako Ikusabi. The 16th,
Ikusabi, yes.
The 16th student and the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Exactly.
We can look at some fun knickknacks. We can go to bed. I choose this option.
Okay.
Well,
that's all
maybe next time we'll play Miracle Magical Girl Monami or Island or go talk to our friends or something. But for now,
that's enough.
I have consumed enough media today, and I need to think about my future and how it's my choice to like.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.